Content warning. The following episode includes depictions of violence and the psychological impact of warfare. Listen at your own discretion.
So, where we last left off, the air raid sirens had begun.
Yep.
It was morning, December the 7th.
Katie and Victoria were unconscious for the entire day before. For reasons that Mortimer doesn't know.
And probably won't know until the end of this game, at the rate we're going.
Nope.
Oh, you know what? That's none of Mortimer's business. There's other things to worry about right now, especially because I assume he's just waking up to that siren and falling flat on his face.
You hit the ground as a soldier approaches the door and tells you all to shelter in place. They seem to be gearing up, and the typical guards that you have around the Reliquary's base of operations are getting in a truck and heading back into the city.
What's going on?
We're not sure yet. We're gonna find out though. Aren't we, boys? And they all cheer and drive off.
You know, normally when Americans cheer like that, it's usually a bad sign.
That's just usually the sign to, I think, do the opposite and possibly not shelter in place and let's go find somewhere else to be.
As you decide to do this, there's a squadron of airplanes that goes overhead, and you hear explosions in the distance.
I think getting away from here would be a good idea. Considering they're probably going to attack the base. Whatever's going on.
Yes, I do agree. Let's grab whatever we can just for, supplies, and let's get as far away from the base as possible, because that will be, honestly, the safest location on the island.
Victoria's already bustling around grabbing all of, the papers of the weird research we've been doing and things like that, and just bundling things together, shoving them into the bags, probably carefully shoving kittens into the bags. Into her bag.
As you're doing this, there's a shriek coming from one of the other buildings. You hear a gunshot.
Human shriek?
Yes. I'm sad that we've come to a place in this world where we have to ask if it's a human shriek.
You're running the game, and it's Call of Cthulhu.
It's like y'all don't trust me.
Mortimer is already just putting bullets into his 30-06. Thankfully I brought my rifle already.
As you're pulling this out, there comes a knock at the door.
Victoria just immediately finger to lips, shaking her head like, don't answer. We're not home.
Then, not a knock, but something slams against the door, followed by another slam, and then in come two soldiers in light-colored uniforms.
Recognizable uniforms?
Are we talking about the tan of the American uniforms, or the
No, we're
darker
talking
tan?
the light tan,
Okay.
tan of the Japanese uniforms.
Alright.
With the first bang, it was immediately frantically pointing towards the back door, grab Katie, grab Mortimer, just pushing them we are going out the back, we need to get out of here now. So we are running, and Victoria's behind the other two, unless they fought her on that.
As these two stumble into the house, some of the kittens jump on them, and they get disoriented as this mist starts to emanate off of Katie, a yellow mist. And you see these two soldiers just get swarmed by the mist and the spores, and suddenly just drop dead as skeletons.
Yeah, Mortimer takes that cue. He just looks at it and just goes, no, and turns and runs.
Interesting to know you can do that. That's where we're going now. Just loop my arm through
didn't
both
know
of
I-
theirs and we're leaving.
You know, good idea instead of, yes, scientific inquiry can wait. Onward, discretion is better part of valor.
And the less bodies we have to explain later.
Do you leave their weapons on the ground?
Mortimer has his rifle, and and he's just going to say, I don't think it would be wise to touch anything that made contact with that dust, honestly.
Not gonna lie, before you had time to say that, I think Victoria was reaching for one of those rifles. There's just weapons on the ground.
Yeah, so is Katie.
On the ground, you see a rifle, a pistol, and a katana.
I am semi-decent with rifle. I don't know if I'm good with anything else. But probably just gonna snag all of it. Figure out what to do with it later.
Yeah,
Mortimer will happily take the katana.
worst comes to worst, we jam the katana in a door.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's actually, yeah.
It's okay. I don't have to be able to shoot if I can like hit someone with it or throw it at somebody or just miss and be distracting. There's not a lot of time for like logical planning ahead thought. It's just we need to GTFO. Like now.
All right. So you guys out the back way, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Mhm.
You guys head out the back door and through the yard, out the back towards the beach. You're seeing more soldiers coming up from little landing crafts that have come up on shore. They don't seem to notice you. They seem to be marching up towards the reliquary's base. And you turn around and you see people getting brought out of their houses and being rounded up. Other soldiers are going in and grabbing papers and books and a whole bunch of the artifacts.
I have all the important papers in my bag, and I'm kind of assuming the weird artifact that follows me is going to keep following me, so as far as I'm concerned, we can just run. We will do no good to anyone dead.
Where do you guys want to run to? Are you running into the city, or do you want to run towards the village?
Mortimer is going to pitch the village because honestly, the city that's most likely going to be targeted along with the base.
True.
Also, the locals seem to know way more than than the people in the city do. So, we're gonna go to the source of the information.
Both about the weird things that are going on and about places we could hide. They know the island better than we do. If we start being followed, Victoria's like, we can't lead them to the village. If they start following, we branch off, go somewhere else. Not leading them to the village.
Well, that's a non-issue for you guys, because as you start looking towards the village, you see pillars of smoke coming up.
Well, can I roll like intelligence to figure out what's the best, which way to run is least likely to be death?
No, sure.
Just regular success. 60 out of 70.
Got really two options, because the city's going to be likely insta-death, depending on how you go about it. But you got two options. You could really stay and fight and save your researchers, or you could go aid the village and try and protect them and save them as well. You can really only choose one.
Do we save our colleagues or do we save the local?
Mortimer is going to look and go, honestly, our colleagues, and they have more guns around them, and they have soldiers, and the locals don't have that, so I'm going to vote that we go try to help them. And let's be honest, we kind of brought this upon them.
Did we really?
Well, inadvertently, because our base is being attacked, and this is their home.
I thought you were talking about the three of us specifically. I understand better now. You are correct.
No, of course, no, I didn't mean us deliberately. I just meant because of the circumstances.
Understandable. Katie?
Best prepare for anything, really, so she'll cock the gun but try and keep it hidden.
Going for the locals?
Yeah, going for the locals, but just being prepared.
Be prepared for anything.
As we're on our way out, I think maybe if we see a chance to like help get a researcher escape or help get someone else out, I feel like we're gonna try. These are our co-workers. I don't know if we're gonna get a chance to help anyone. But Victoria's thought is, I will take a couple of shots to distract the soldiers to get someone a chance to run away.
As your wife. Ah!
My wife.
As your wife, Spore.
My wife has spore
Alrighty.
powers. I have ocean powers. What weird powers are Mortimer gonna get?
Let's see. We got earth, water, fire?
I would not like to burn, please.
Just as we are stealthily sprinting for the village.
The beach clears up to where there aren't any more soldiers down there. They all seem to have entered into the base and captured it completely. As you're leaving, you hear gunshots, followed by silence, followed by gunshots, followed by silence.
Head down, keep running. We can't do anything to help them.
The run isn't too long. You're along the beach. What are you guys thinking right now? What's going through Mortimer's head?
Oh, honestly, Mortimer is just thinking about, oh god, this is just like what his professor was telling him he went through when he was in Poland, and he's trying to keep it together because yelling, screaming, and losing it is not going to help anything. And this isn't no type of machismo thing. This is just trying to survive mode.
What would you say is going through Katie's head?
Katie is familiar with many legends on how the world ends, just being an archaeologist, being a researcher, and what have you. And this does a bombing. Fennec has never experienced it, but I can imagine without all the screaming and everything, it pretty much feels like the end of the world. And she thinks about this stupid sword that she somehow got, and is like, if you're Excalibur, we could really use King Arthur right about now.
All right. What is Victoria thinking about?
I think Victoria is angry about the situation at large, but specifically whoever in the government set this whole thing up because they were wanting to break into and harness and get control of a power that they don't understand, putting so many lives at risk. They're like ants trying to play with fire, and now all of these people are dead, and they didn't know what they were here for. They didn't understand why they had been sent here, and now they're dead because they were in between these other people's power and the power that everyone wants to claim. Mankind isn't meant to have this kind of power. There's a reason that island is gone. There's a reason all these things that once were aren't anymore. These people may have the best of intentions, but they are going to damn the entire world in trying to save it. And she's angry.
Good, my young princess, good.
Fuck off, Palpatine.
You hear that in your head from Magaru.
I never wanted this, she's replying in her head.
Neither did I, but that's where we're at.
I'm not going to be a pawn in your game. No one should ever be a pawn in someone else's game.
Your government saw that you were the pawn in this game. I am giving you a path to freedom.
And what is that freedom going to cost me? What is it going to cost the people I care about?
Probably the lives of a few soldiers on both sides of the conflict. Probably a lot more dead. But this is the course of action that your government set up. It's not my fault that you apes seem to have forgotten to be reverent of powers beyond you.
How do I stop this? Is there a way to stop this before it gets worse?
Find me first. Seal me away if you will. Or embrace the power that I am willing to give you. The sole heir to the empire I once held. You are capable. You know things. that have been, because you've seen it before with my brother. Let my power be the thing that guides this world back to what it should be, or seal it away forever. That'll be your choice if you fight me.
And just what is it you think this world should be?
Entropy, my dear. Entropy.
That answer does not make sense in Victoria's brain, because typically entropy things, that's not a good thing. But also this is a lot to process. She is talking with old god, question mark, question mark, question mark. And there are currently lives in immediate danger right now that she needs to focus on.
So, you're running up, you get to the village, and it's being attacked, but the villagers are putting up a fight with some guns that they do have, and then makeshift tools. You are coming up behind some Japanese soldiers as they're running in. What would you like to do?
Do they notice us?
No.
Find a tree to hide behind, and then shoot.
Yes, I was going to say shoot, but the finding cover then shooting is probably better.
My rifle shotgun scores 25. I'm taking cover because I'm probably not going to hit. But it'll be distracting.
Roll spot hidden, everybody, for cover.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
I fail big. I'm hiding behind a bush. It is not a very big bush.
I got 34 out of 40. So just a success.
I got a 6 against a 60, so an extreme success.
All right.
Nice.
The two of you find cover. Mortimer, you find cover behind a stone wall that have been kind of crumbling over the past couple of years. Katie, you find cover near him, but behind a tree. And then Victoria, you are in a bush.
I'm behind a bush that is far scrawnier and scragglier than I thought it was when I first looked at it.
Go ahead and open fire. Everybody roll with whatever weapon they're using.
Failure.
Cool.
An
got
87.
pistol, so I'll roll with that.
My god. Mortimer passed for the rifle. He got a 41 out of 45.
Alright, my handguns is 40, I rolled a 21, so I succeed. Hey, high five, we hidden things.
Woo! I'm just
Brian,
being
I'm
distracting.
so proud of you.
Woo!
We've come so far.
Deckard's looking down like, I'm so proud of you.
That's my boy.
Finally.
That's my boy.
Except they're not actually related.
And Katie gets a hit too, is that what I heard?
Correct. 21 against a 40, so yeah, a success.
Fire down range, and your bullets connect with these soldiers as they're caught unaware. Victoria, your bullet goes past them, but they all kind of hit the dirt and start trying to turn around at you. Do y'all know how the damage for those guns that you have? If not, it's okay.
Hold on, I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'll look it up, hang on.
I'll let y'all look it up. We don't all three need to look it up. Brian and I have the same weapon, so...
30-06 is 2d6 plus 4. For handgun / SMG, what caliber handgun are you using?
Whichever one the Japanese soldiers would have had, so it was probably like a Luger.
765 Luger?
I had it written in as an ambu.
Oh.
That was a 1d6 semi-auto.
Alright, but the rifle, 30-06, 2d6 plus 4.
I missed, but I shot the hell out of a random tree.
I got a 1 on my damage die, so I did practically nothing.
You took a button off one of their shirts.
Altogether, I rolled a 1 for the first d6, a 2 for the second, so plus 4, that's 7.
One of the soldiers is down.
I got 2 6s on mine because I was curious.
As they're readjusting and trying to figure out where those bullets came from, you all get another chance to attack them.
Okay, let's go. I'm going to spend 4 points of luck to make that a success. I got a 29 out of 25. It's worth it.
Alright, 37 out of 40, so I just succeed.
Alright, let me see how many luck points I have. Oh yeah, I'll happily spend the 1 point to get a success because I rolled a 46.
Everybody roll damage if you haven't already.
Mortimer rolled 14.
Another soldier dies by Mortimer's hand.
12.
12. Okay, yeah. All three of them are dead. And Katie, where'd your bullet?
It was 5 damage, so it sounds like I just helped along.
You got them closer to death, and they're on the ground. Just a couple corpses. Add to the pile. That'll come.
I guess we keep going, maybe get off of the beaten path a bit, but keep moving towards the village.
From here, Mortimer, you have a really good view at what's going on in the city center. Go ahead and roll me a spot hidden, though, just to see if you see everything.
Okay, you know what? This makes sense that Mortimer fails this horribly. He gets a 79 because, in all honesty, this is hitting Mortimer hard that he just took a couple lives.
You see kind of what everybody's seeing right now. Downrange, it looks like some psychopath is starting to burn buildings, and it looks like he's dressed in this odd garb that is, you would describe it as ceremonial rather than soldier, but he seems to be working with the Japanese.
Oh dear.
Other than that, the soldiers are still at odds with the residents.
Mortimer just, honestly, then the minute he sees that person doing that with the burning, with the, honestly, seeing, I guess it's going to be a flamethrower, I guess it would be a flamethrower, Mortimer's just, those are human beings. No one, I don't know what's happened, but you are really testing me. Mortimer's biting his lip. It's as if his teeth are about to go through his bottom lip. Just, he's getting really mad.
Hey, Katie, you think you and I have probably snuck forward to go do more violence to the people who were attacking the town?
Absolutely, and picked up a couple weapons from the corpses along the way.
Yep.
You find 2 more Arasaka rifles, 2 more katanas, and then a couple more Nambu pistols.
Nice.
Mortimer wanted to head towards the flamethrower, by the way.
I have removed the kittens that I had tucked into my bag, so I no longer have kittens in my bag. I just have papers and guns.
Oh, thank goodness.
Mortimer, as you get closer and you're following it behind, you're realizing that it's not a flamethrower that this person is wielding. Roll sanity.
Oh dear, it's for some reason I was just, wait a minute, that seems too easy. This sounds like mystical nonsense.
Oh, I was over here saying, like, oh, we've seen someone in ceremonial garb playing with fire before.
Okay, 55 out of 69.
All right. It's not a flamethrower, but he is wielding what look to be lanterns. These lanterns are spreading what looks to be oils inside over the buildings and starting to turn them to ash. You see one of the villagers run at him with a trident, and it gets caught on fire with the oils. Also, everybody roll sanity for me.
Okay.
Okay, I need to roll one again. Monster.
18 versus 4. I pass?
Nice.
You got me that time, because I rolled exactly 1 over my sanity. That's a 70.
I got an 84 out of 53. I failed.
Well, if you failed, roll a d4 for me.
Okay, that's not awful. I just got a 1.
Yep, that's a 1 as well.
That was the war tax. Welcome to the fighting. As you approach, 2 soldiers turn around, noticing you all coming up behind. Do y'all dart to cover as they level their weapons?
I certainly try.
You know what? It's not going to help anything just giving in the danger and standing out. So yeah, Mortimer's definitely going to try to dodge and duck in the cover.
Or at least drop to the ground to be less big target. Succeeded!
Alright, I gotta beat a 20. Let's see if I do it. No! With 100, the dice say no.
No!
Ooh.
Okay, let me see. This is a hard choice because I rolled a 40 and my dodge is a 27. That would be 13 luck points. I'll pay it.
Remember, John, if you kill my wife, I will burn down the world to get her back.
That might be the goal.
Remember, John.
Oh no! But okay, I'm paying those 13 luck points. I'm down to 42.
You also don't have to push that far for me to make the deal with this Eldritch deity, if that's what you're going for.
I know. It's so wonderful. It is so wonderful.
You don't have to kill Katie.
I know. I don't have to do these things. But I could.
Because you think it's fun.
Supposedly.
It's the joy of being a DM. Also, fictional trauma is great when there's real world stuff going on.
Anyways, these two soldiers level their rifles, and they aren't aiming for Katie, but they are aiming for Victoria and Mortimer, who both are able to get out of the way. Mortimer, what do you do when you stumble at first?
The minute Mortimer trips, instead of falling flat on his face, he leans forward with all of his weight, and he's able to do a tuck and roll and go into a somersault and literally just somersault into the bush.
Alright, the bullet whizzes by your head, but you got into the bush and then around a corner. Both of you are behind what seem to be stable enough buildings to catch bullets, and you don't have to worry about the bullets piercing through. Katie, though, you are still on the ground. You have fallen on your hands and knees, and you are stumbling to get back up after that critical failure.
Ow.
Victoria's just gonna, shout out, "Drop and roll!"
Rolls.
Drop and roll your dice.
I'm going to take a shot at whichever one is nearest to Katie as she is trying again to get out of the way.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
77 out of 25. At the very least, I want to be distracting. I'm aiming up and in his general direction and probably making a big show of it as I poke out and take my shot.
You fire, and it seems to keep his attention on you and where you fired from as he's reloaded his weapon. Now he takes a shot at you, misses.
Is the man in the ceremonial garb with the lantern within firing distance?
He is within your effective range, yes, but I would need a hard success.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Mortimer's taking aim specifically at the lantern.
Okay.
I think Victoria is going to taunt the person who missed her and say, "You're going to have to do better than that if you want to hit me."
I didn't get an extreme, but I rolled a 16.
All right.
So I did get a hard.
Nice.
You hit where there should be a lantern, and all of a sudden roll sanity.
Worth it. 64 out of 68 I pass.
All right.
Phew!
Roll a d4.
4.
Ouch.
There's a phantasm that appears right in front of you, shrieking in your face, as you do.
I owe Professor Deckard so many apologies for all the times I doubted specters.
Right as that happens, you take 3 damage as a bullet pierces through your arm.
Alright, it's going to take me down to 8.
The phantasm disappears, and you can see that there's a fire climbing up the mystic's arm.
Thankfully, Mortimer is not a bad action movie star. That would call for a bad quip, but Mortimer's smart, and he is not going to say anything. He's just going to... Realistically, since this is a 30-06, he's got to reload, so that's all he's doing right now.
As you reload, Katie, you can either roll athletics to run for cover, or you can roll dodge.
I don't think there's an... Is there an athletic skill?
No, there's not an athletics. I'm thinking VTM again.
There is a dodge.
Okay. That's 40 instead of 20, so we're doing a little better here, gang. Okay, 44. I will spend 4 of my luck points to make it a success.
All right. Explain to me how you luck out and get to cover.
I think as she is trying to get up, her foot slips, and she just remembers what Victoria was yelling about rolling, and she just rolls over to cover instead of, trying to run.
Okay. You make it to cover and are safe. All right, Victoria, you're next in rotation.
Have I noticed the weird fire guy?
You have seen the weird fire guy. He is currently writhing in pain as one of his arms is getting attacked by fire.
I'm not too worried about him right now. I'm going to take another shot at one of the guys near us.
Go ahead and roll to hit.
I'll spend the luck to hit someone this time so they don't start brushing me off as not a threat.
Tell me about this lucky shot. Did you find like a window to kind of like level your gun in, or?
I think at the last second she remembers something that her brother taught her, because he taught her how to like safely use a knife, and he probably gave her like some basic shooting lessons. She's by no means an expert, but he showed her some tricks, so she just like remembers something she heard him say about like how to properly brace, or like how to kind of, there's just something that just kicks in that she remembers him saying at the last second, is able to make that last second adjustment, and it actually hits.
Okay.
For 11 damage, as I shoot the one who is nearest to being a threat to my wife.
You shoot him, and this training has put a bullet through his skull, and he drops down.
That really does help. I thought he was just making that up. I say to no one in particular, although I will say, Katie, you know I've got a younger brother. I was adopted. He is their biological kid. We are both equally loved.
Oh yeah.
Mortimer,
Yes.
you hanging in there, bud?
Okay, so now, here's the question. How many soldiers do we have left?
One currently in y'all's way. Other soldiers are around, but so they're dealing with their own problems.
Anybody else, I think they'd probably keep shooting, but Mortimer, he's just going to aim and just shout out, if you drop your gun and run, I will not shoot you. You can go. Just drop your gun and go.
Do you know Japanese?
I'm hoping maybe he can, like, pantomime it. Because no, he does not. It's only English, German, and Turkish.
Are you gonna pop cover and pantomime it?
Yes, because he's tired of it. It's just, goddamn it, it's really messing with him. I was going to say, I'm going to have to give you free ride to give me a sanity roll for this, because it really is affecting him that bad.
Roll persuasion. I need extreme success.
Oh, I'm so screwed. That's a 10. And so I need a fucking 2. Okay, let me do some math real quick. I got a 28.
Oh, jeez.
I would need a 2. So that would mean I would need to use 26 points.
There's so many better things to use that on.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to take the failure.
All right,
It wasn't that bad. It's a 28.
roll dodge.
Dodge! Failure again! That was a 58 out of 27.
Ooh, you take 7 damage in the chest.
Whew. I guess the only thing he can do is just take cover again and try to apply some emergency first aid.
Try and make
Okay.
sure your insides stay inside.
Thankfully, I have a 30 in first aid.
I have a 50. Can I help?
But there is still a shooter downrange.
Okay.
Okay, I will happily spend 9 luck points because I got a 39. So that would just drop me down to 30.
It is
33
currently not your turn.
Oh, I am so sorry.
That was the soldier's turn. It's back up to Katie right now.
Yep, let me wait on that.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna give him the good old bippity boppity boop.
Is it boop or bang? I feel like Bippity Boppity Bang.
And to quote,
That's the episode title.
I'm going to try and quote Kendrick Lamar, bing bop boom bop bing bop, nope, at an 88.
Bing bop.
Ouch.
Bam! The bullet ricochets off a building. You see a pail of water get knocked over.
Man. Ah well.
Okay, Victoria, you are next.
Is the weird fire guy still writhing around on fire?
He is.
Okay. I'm going to shoot the other guy.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'm going to miss shooting the other guy.
You miss, but you draw his fire. He's no longer looking to finish off Mortimer.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
He says something in Japanese that doesn't make sense, but you're also pretty glad that you couldn't understand what it said.
I'm drawing aggro and trying to not think about it too much. I think there's a small part of Victoria that's kind of hedging her bet on this Megaru, if it can help her survive this, it will. This, whatever it is, has some reason to care if I live or die. Also, Mortimer's about to bleed out on the ground. So,
Google searches now how to kill the chosen one and make it make sense in the book.
Victoria is destroying aggro. She could be misinterpreting that connection. She's making a bold assumption, but there's a lot going on.
Next up, Mortimer. What are you doing?
Now Mortimer will attempt first aid.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? Now I don't have to use as much. That's 37 out of 30. So I must use 7 luck points.
Hey.
Takes me to 35.
Not bad.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d4.
4.
All right. You stabilize yourself. You gain 4 hit points. You are no longer bleeding out.
Oh, excellent. Actually, that's not bad. I'm almost half. I'm actually basically halfway. I'm 5 out of 11.
The standard morphine shot that you had in there got you going.
Right. I figured that's actually all Mortimer's going to be able to do this turn. He's just going to stay undercover.
I'll give you some movement to where you kind of crawl your way to cover before you start doing this first aid stuff.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right. Katie. I think Phoenix first. Luckily, that gives me a chance to go back to the soldier whose turn I completely missed. He takes a shot at you, Victoria.
Fair. I am actively drawing aggro. I've got some cover, but I'm aware that I'm actively drawing aggro.
Go ahead and roll to dodge.
Nope, that's an 82 out of 27.
You take 4 damage.
Ouch. I'm fine, but ouch. We're doing alright on luck. My sanity's rough, but it's hanging in there.
Mortimer's not doing bad.
Yeah,
He's at
I
69.
think my sanity was at
Nice.
45 the last game. Yeah, because, I did some damage to it. Sorry, I couldn't find my original sheet with everything saved, so I was there. I'm like, hang on. I know it was in the 40s, so we'll just put it at 40.
53 out of 72. I started with 72. We've just been having fun.
It's fine. We're proving to each other that in sickness and in health means when you get bound to an elder god.
And find yourself falling into the depths of madness and despair.
Remember, as a married couple bound to different eldritch gods, it is important to know that you are agents of that elder god. Yet, you still have agency.
I'm not going to be a pawn. I don't care what game they're trying to play. I'm not going to be a pawn.